Did you know that as a cyclist and triathlete, being able to move your arms overhead is actually really important? And one of the reasons why most of us can't get out of this Quasimodo position is because we don't train our lats and our chest to work together properly. Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you a home workout you can do with just a single kettlebell, a yoga mat if you like, and your floor that's going to help you to be able to learn how to breathe, produce proximal stiffness, and lock your rib cage and pelvis together while getting motion only from the shoulders. When it comes to cycling and strength training, a lot of us like to think about deadlifts, barbell back squats, and other flashy things you can put on Instagram. But in fact, the weights you move don't actually matter. What does matter is how you produce the movement. Now, here on the Human Vortex Training channel, if you've already subscribed and watched a bunch of videos, you've noticed that there is a trend in that how we coach our exercises is sometimes a little different and other times very different than what the general population get in the gym, especially powerlifting and bodybuilding. The reason is that if you'd like to see results in your sport of cycling or triathlon, you need to train in the positions, postures, and challenges that you have for movement that will allow you to see results in your sport, not in the gym. Now, today's exercise is the kettlebell pullover. Now, if you have shoulder pain, especially sharp pain, or you get frozen shoulder where you can't move your hand overhead, this is not the exercise for you. In fact, if you have either of those types of situations, close the video and make an appointment with your local physical therapist, if it's still Corona time, through digital, or if you can in person, to be assessed and given the appropriate exercise regimen that you need to get out of pain and back to regular function. Now, for most of us, we may not feel great going overhead, but we can do it with generally not too many limitations. Now, if you feel that your lats are a limiter, or you feel like your hands are going overhead and you have to hinge on your back, check out the active preacher stretch, which is a previous video here on the HVT channel, and make sure you're subscribing as well. Now, for the rest of you, let's take a look at what the kettlebell pullover is actually going to look like. Now, really important when we're getting in position for this exercise, we want to make sure that we are respecting the kettlebell. A lot of people will just take it in this position that I am right now and then bring it on to the legs and then go back from there. We need to be much more mindful because it's those small things that can make a big difference. Now, the way that we can get into position for this is we can simply take it onto our lap and then move from here. Now, this is a 12-kilo kettlebell, relatively light for me, and you'll notice I'm keeping the kettlebell near my center of gravity, and that's really important because we don't want you to keep it up at the chest and start moving, because most of us just don't have the posture and positional strength to work on those forces. Now, from here, we're going to come back into a position which is a hip lift like position, and this is very important for the beginning because we do want to have, for beginners, the ability to push our feet down into the floor to help us counteract the weight going overhead. Now, when we do this exercise, and again, you'll notice the kettlebell is right at my belly button level. It's a good thing I don't have to go to the bathroom, right? If you want more cheesy jokes, make sure to subscribe up here. We're going to grab the kettlebell by the horns and we're going to have it upside down. Now, the reason we do this as beginners is because we're going to come up into a chest press position. We're going to be here and we're going to bring the weight overhead. Now, taking it so that the kettlebell is, and we have it by the horns, and notice my hands are around the kettlebell a little bit. This is going to make it easier for you to control the weight as you come overhead, as opposed to if we do the advanced variation. Positioning of everything matters. So let's take a look at the beginner variation here. We're going to start with the kettlebell. We're going to bring it up to the belly button. I'm keeping a neutral spine. I am not flattening my back onto the floor. Full 360-degree midsection brace. From here, press the kettlebell. And notice it's at my belly button height. From here, I'm going to keep a nice grip on the kettlebell, and I'm going to softly bend my elbows as I need until I feel my lats and my chest stretch. Notice my ribs are staying down. I'm going to pause for a second, and then I'm going to pull back overhead. Now, each repetition as I go through, I can get a little bit further down towards the ground. The important thing here is keeping the ribs down and not allowing the ribs to flare, such as I just did there. As soon as I do that, I feel the lats are disengaged, they're off, they're not working, and I'm not really getting what I need to out of the exercise. You'll also notice I'm keeping my shoulder blades down and forward just a little bit, not letting them flare up towards my ears. These are two important considerations as you go through this exercise to be able to do it properly. Now, when I pull, what I'm doing is I'm coming back, I'm keeping my shoulder blade in good position by thinking about my mid-back. So as it comes up overhead, I feel the triceps a little bit, but mostly lats and then chest engage, soft bend in the elbow, ribs are down, and that is just allowing me to get a little bit of force to come back up. Now, that force is actually really important because our sport of cycling, and you'll notice again, close to the center of gravity of the body, that force in cycling, we are essentially putting out, hopefully 90 to 110 small little pulses of power and force down onto the pedals every minute. So that's your cadence. Poof, 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 poof. So learning the ability to lock and use that breath to create that power is going to allow you to learn how to be able to sprint or climb better through your breathing as well. Now, there's a different exercise video for that. If you'd like, you can subscribe down below and check out one of these videos. Now, when you're done with that, please comment down below. Did you find this useful? Did anything really click for you and you go, oh wow, this is incredible? Make sure you comment down below and I'll be sure to follow up with you. Also, make sure to head over to the Human Vortex Training website, sign up for our free weekly newsletter, and check out the free HVTraining's Strength Training for Cyclists and Triathletes group on Facebook. Make sure you fill out the 3 questions when you join, because we've got lots of great information in there every single week and some great conversations. Till next time, remember, train smarter, not harder, because it is all about you.